surface tension buoys is going to be an additional property of water that's related to adhesion and cohesion. Oh. So why do you think it didn't float on the water as we predicted?
From the classroom to the handball court, Randwick Boys High School is going to look a bit different in a couple years.
We're looking at starting from the beginning, which means renaming the school, rebranding the school, having a different logo, a different motto, looking at pedagogy, looking at curriculum, looking at the wellbeing of students, etc. So there's a lot of work to do.
From 2025, the fence separating Randwick Boys and Randwick Girls will come down and they'll merge into one.
I think it's going to be a fabulous opportunity. We see the move to co-ed as a natural progression for the school.
Katia Klikawa has been advocating for the change. Her son goes to Randwick Boys and her daughter goes to Randwick Girls.
When I first came here and realised that the only local high school options for our kids are actually single-sex ones, I was quite taken aback.
She says a co-ed school better reflects society.
We need the ability to communicate confidently also with the opposite gender. And co-ed schools really provide for that. They encourage it.
Before the decision was made, the New South Wales government surveyed the local community. 62% of parents at the boys' school were in favour of it going co-ed, but only 28% of parents at the girls' school were in support. However, 76% of parents with primary school kids in the area wanted a co-ed high school.
It is driven by the local community. So it is this environment, this community that wanted a strong co-ed school, and I think that the government has listened to that. 2 brand new science labs, 2 brand new science demonstration rooms, 2 brand new food technology kitchens, a strengthening...
In New South Wales, there are 900 schools with secondary students. 69 are girls only, and 53 are boys' schools. That number is in decline. Randwick Girls and Boys are among several single-sex schools going co-ed, including Cranbrook, Penshurst Girls and Hurstville Boys. When prestigious private school Newington College announced last month it will also make the move, it received vocal backlash. A group of parents have threatened legal action over the plan to enrol girls, noting that when the school was established in 1863, it was never contemplated that girls and young women would be educated by the college.
There's a desire to keep very connected to the history of a particular school. So in most cases, these are boys' schools that are moving to co-education, and that's not always welcomed by those that have attended the school or have a long association with the school.
Daniela Aquaro is the Associate Dean of Learning and Teaching at University of Melbourne. She says often the decision is driven by parent demand.
So I suppose it's what the parents and what the market's doing in terms of the enrolments, and certainly the financial position that the school finds themselves in, and whether they feel that opening up to girls is going to be better for them in the longer term.
But believes many parents will continue to send their children to single-sex schools.
I think some people prefer single-sex education because they feel that there's less of a distraction. Some people prefer single-sex education because they have a particular religious preference. I think it really comes down to the school itself and what the school offers.
Pymble Ladies College has been educating girls since 1916 and has no plans to change.
When I speak with our families, they really do understand that in a girls' schools, girls get all the leadership opportunities. They form all of the robotics program. They are in every sporting program. So if I look at our rugby teams, for example, it's a fantastic representation of girls really doing wonderful things. So I certainly think from a girls' perspective, independent single-sex schooling is not going anywhere.
Corpus Christi College Maroubra is in the process of going co-ed and welcomed Year 7 girls to the school this year.
Okay, coming in, sitting down, get your diaries out. Copy down your success criteria from the whiteboard, please.
There was a need within the community. When we look at the eastern suburbs of Sydney, If you want a Catholic education, then it will be either all boys or all girls in this area. There's a need for co-ed.
The school got advice from other Catholic boys' schools that have made the switch.
A number of our staff went over to those schools, including myself, to talk about what they did on their journey to transitioning to co-education and what were the strengths of their transition program, what might we not do based on their experiences. So the learnings we received from both those schools was really valuable.
While some schools struggle to enrol an equal number of boys and girls, Principal Craig Mooney says that hasn't been a problem.
There was a great deal of excitement from parents who have always wanted to send both or their children to a co-educational school. Now for some, they would prefer not to have co-ed in schools, and that's fine, but for the ones who want to, we now can offer that to them.
Hands up who can give me an example of, because you had to write it after scene 3, correct?
The research is inconclusive. There's much research advocating for single-sex schooling as there is for co-educational schooling.
Was that the first time that someone
I think it's more a situation of personal choice, really, for parents and for students when it comes to looking at either single-sex or co-educational education.
Well, it's a matter of personal choice, I think, but I believe that it will change it in a positive way because we have two great schools, and if we merge them, we can even make a better one. That's my belief.